testified that he bought several guns from whatever that pawn shop was. So as long as your line of questioning is about that, then that's not derived from law enforcement finding them in the search, is it?
Right.
No.
So,
I
And
believe,
that's why I want to ask and make sure, that's why I'm asking the court's permission to just tell him, don't mention that.
I wouldn't suggest it to him if he doesn't, we don't think he already knows it. Just answer the question I asked you.
Yes, he has not answered questions that I've asked him for the last hour.
All right, I will do that. What else?
Just for the record, Your Honor, before the next question is asked, I believe I may have to renew my motion for this trial.
On with the one you just made?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Oh, okay. Yes, no, that's, okay, yes, something else just happened. Okay. Yes, you just preserving it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get him out here.
Just instruct that when I asked, who did you give the gun to?
I mean, there's a lack of foundation at this point to that. I'm going to be more general in my instruction. We're ready.
Can everybody who's operating cameras make sure that you do not, and I think some of you have been here the whole time know that, but any of the newer people, no pictures, no filming of this area over here, the detention area, okay? That includes still shots. All right, thank you. We finished your testimony today, the direct and cross, and whatever anybody of the attorneys wants to ask you. Then yes, you can go home today. If you don't finish, then we haven't quite worked out where you're going, but it will not be you're free to go, have a great life. It will not be Rice Street, but it will also not be bye, have a great life. It'll be something short of that, because you will, we'll just need to make sure that we'll sort out, your attorney and the state are working on potential conditions right now, so we'll sort that out. I don't know what they're going to be. I mean, I may end up needing to impose them, but if they can work something out, then we're going to go with that. All said, when any of these attorneys is asking you a question, I want you to try to listen carefully to what specifically it is they're asking you, and then answer just that question, and you can explain it, but try not to just go off on something else entirely, okay? All right. Okay. Are we ready for the jury? Yes? All right. Let's get the jury out.
All rise for the jury, please.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Love.
Mrs. Jeffrey. When, just before we broke on the break, and you told the jury who you are saying today was in the car with you on April 28, 2015, who is it that you are saying now was in the car with you? Okay. You Garland and Slash. Today is your testimony that you three were the only people in that car.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes.
And before you spoke to them, you said that you had not spoken to them outside the room where you were interviewed, correct? Okay. No, you hadn't spoken. So, had either one of them told you or given you any indication that they wanted you to do anything other than give them information that they could confirm or deny? I'll change it. When you talked to Detectives Gaither and Dennis, did they ask you about shootings that had happened in the city of Atlanta between January 10, 2015 and the time that you were talking to them in August?
Yes.
And when you talked to them, did you tell them information about those shootings?
Yes.
Which shootings did you tell them information about?
April 28th.
Uh-huh. And as it related to April 28th, who did you tell them was, first of all, what did you tell them happened on April 28th?
I was just making up stuff as I go.
Now, is it your testimony today that you just made up everything that you told them about April 28th?
Yes.
And do you know whether, did they confront you with anything after you gave them information about April 28th? For instance, if you said a light was red and it was green, would they ask you or challenge you?
I had already knew what had been said before. So
What are you talking about?
You see how them before we had already knew what was said to them before I even said something to them.
Okay, let's talk about that. What do you mean you already knew what was said before to them?
I had
Your Honor,
already
I'm going to object. This essentially opened the door for hearsay, I believe.
Your Honor, I detention. Without saying what someone else said, what do you mean you already knew when? What are you talking
had
about?
already knew that somebody else had already told them about the shooting.
Okay. So, how, I'm sorry, let me ask you this. Were you present when someone else told them about a shooting?
No, someone told me.
All right. When did someone tell you?
When they got out of jail.
I'm asking, do you know a month or a year?
I told you, 2015.
Okay. And is the person who told you something they told police about the shooting, Demekion Garlington?
Yes.
All right. Now, is there a time frame that you believe Demekion Garlington told police these things? Don't tell them what he said. Just, do you have a time frame? Do you know when in 2015 he supposedly told police certain things? Okay. Now, did those things that he told police, that you believed he told police, did they involve you? So when you first told police about the April 28th shootings, were there more than one? How many shootings were there? How many? Tell the jury where you all went after you got picked up.
Your Honor, for clarity's sake, I'm just going to ask
He's-
you all.
Judge, he's already.
Ask. Go ahead.
Are we talking about the same people you just told the jury was in the car with you that picked you up?
Same people you asked me about.
Okay, and what people are they?
Garlington and Schmidt.
Okay, so where is it that you are saying today that you all went after Garlington and Sledge picked you up?
Get my girl from the car. Get my girl from
Okay? To get your girlfriend from what location?
my cousin house. Council.
All right? And did you do anything between the time from leaving where you were on Cleveland Avenue at the BP to your girlfriend's house, or to your girlfriend's location on campus? Right? How long did it take you to get from the BP to Camden? Right? Generally speaking, is it like an hour or more like 15 or 10 minutes? Thank you. When you got to Campbellton, did anyone else join you in the car? Where did you all then go after leaving Campbellton?
West side.
Where on the west side?
I don't know the streets.
Whose house were you going to?
Somebody had shot my cousin out.
Somebody what?
We had shot my cousin out. We were going to their house.
And whose house was that? So how did you determine where you all were going to go?
It was just, it's like, we get out of straight with us, like the car. We bought the car.
What car did you all follow?
A car that shot my cousin out.
And describe the car for the jury.
I don't remember the car.
Was it a pickup truck, a regular sedan
It
with
was a car.
4 doors, 2 doors?
Yes.
All right, which one?
Both.
All right. And did you believe you knew who was driving the car? Did you, are you thinking it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Who driving the car.
At the time, did you know or believe someone in particular was driving the car? Okay. So, as you sit here today, is the car parked in front of a house when you all see it, or is it driving?
Right.
And what do you all do? Follow it?
Yeah.
How far do you all follow it?
Like 3-4 feet.
Do you follow it to a house?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Are you familiar with where the Atlanta University Center is?
No.
Are you familiar with Morris Brown College? Spelman, Morehouse, anything like that? Okay. Do you know whether you followed the car to the Martin Luther King area of Atlanta?
I don't know. I just know when we got off freeway, like 3-4 minutes.
What now?
We'll get out sprint with like 3-4 minutes.
What exit did you all get off?
MLK?
You did get off at MLK?
Yeah.
All right. And what did you all do after you got off the expressway at MLK?
Follow the car.
Right. And where did you follow it to? I don't need the address. What happened when the car got to the house?
I started shooting at the car.
All right. Had the occupants of the car gotten out of the car when you started shooting at it? Did you see the occupants get out of the car?
Yes.
And were the occupants standing outside the car, inside the house when you started shooting at the car?
They were walking towards the house.
Okay. And what kind of house was it? A standalone condo apartment?
The house.
Was it a brick house? All right. And how many people had gotten out of the car? You were shooting. Were they all males, all females, or a combination? All males? Now, did you know which of those males or all of those males had supposedly shot?
Say, I don't know, my video, they were shooting at our house.
Oh, so you saw them shooting?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to show you what has been admitted as State's Exhibit 6, KK. And if you recall, if it looks familiar to you at all, would you tell the jury and not let the jury know, okay? Does any part of that house, was it a long gun or a short gun?
It was good. I got caught with it. It was short.
Okay. Did it shoot short bullets or longer bullets? Long bullets? Okay. Do you have any idea how many shots you fired? All right. So what made you stop firing? Did the gun have a banana clip or some kind of long magazine?
I don't remember what kind of did it.
And then what did you do after you stopped firing?
Yeah, I kind of pulled out.
What color was the car you were in?
I don't remember.
Car when you got out and started firing?
Or what car? Or what car?
The car that you were in.
They was about to get out. Shoot.
So did you and Garlington both shoot at the house?
Yes.
Did he have the same kind of gun that you had? Was he shooting, would you all switch guns or did you all have different guns? Okay. Where did you all go after that? Did you, what now?
I told you I was eating out of it at night.
Okay. Do you know Darren Mills?
No.
Do you know the name Darren Mills? Do you know the name Philip Collins? Do you know the name Philo?
Yes.
All right. How long have you known the name Philo? When you say not that long, did you know Philo or the name Philo in 2015? Did you know the name Philo on April 28, 2015?
Yes.
Did you know whether Philo had a child? Philo, were you cool with Philo? Had you had conflicts with Philo?
No.
describe for the jury, Philo, best you can. You don't have to be too specific. All right? Do you remember whether he was taller than you or shorter than you?
I don't remember.
Okay. How did you know Philo?
I don't remember.
Well, why do you remember Philo?
I used to have it like, no, I don't know. I just don't know.
What do you remember about Philo to remember the name? Um,
I don't know exactly how I remember that.
Okay. Now, when you said that earlier, did you say that you all shot up maybe more than one house, maybe one or two?
That was shot up a bit.
Was one of them an apartment complex?
Yes.
Now, why did you go shoot up an apartment complex?
I was in another one, like, I was on drugs.
What did that have to do with your going to shoot up an apartment?